Ever since I can remember, I have always been told, even at church, that words have power. They say life and death is in the tongue. Yet I myself have probably said things to my children I should never have said. I've had words spoken to myself from my parents that were really harmful. And I've also, dropping my children off to maybe school and nursery, also heard other parents speak in a certain way to their children. So today I literally want to touch on the subject of what words are you speaking to your child or children. Hey everyone, it's Marsha B here for another edition of A Diary of a Black Mum. So we're touching on the subject about words have power. I was brought up in a family that attended church, you'd hear the sermons preaching, you'd hear the scriptures, and there is a scripture in the Bible that talks about the power of the tongue. There's life and death in the tongue. And while I'm thinking about that scripture, I think about scriptures all the time. I do my best to hand those scriptures down to my children, remind them of the scriptures that we were taught in church. Why did great grandma take us to church? Why did grandma take us to church? Why did mummy take the children to church? Words have power. And I say this because growing up, I would go to school and I'd always dread having parents' evening because Marsha used to talk a lot. And I knew if mum and dad both came to parents' evening, guaranteed the teacher would be like, right, this is an opportunity to just expose and tell the parents of Marsha Brown, she's just been unruly and she talks too much. And then it would be, so I'd have the parents' evening report and I'd go home and get the parents' report of the actual parents' evening, their breakdown of what they heard. Now, if it was a good parents' evening, Marsha's feeling Chris. But if it was a bad parents' evening, you just know some words are going to get flung down on you when you get back home. And I look back and think, was there many times that my mum and dad would cuss me out? Not really, but I would always get firm words. Dad would be the one that would speak and he would say 2 words and I'd have tears coming down my eyes like, oh my God, he's so disappointed in me. And I look back and I can laugh now, but at the time, there was times where I would feel disheartened because I just want my parents to be proud of me. And then I look and think, did I ever get a battering with words? And I don't think I did. I think I've had quite a wholesome childhood. But then I've looked at, being a parent yourself, how easy or how hard is it to withhold some of the words? Sometimes, your child might do something. You just want to tell the child, yo, you little so-and-so. And actually, that doesn't really help the child. There's been experiments, for example, guys. I think you can have 2 plants the same, and you water them, but you talk to one with love and happiness and just feed it good stuff. And then the other plant, if you speak negatively to it, do that for, 7 to 10 days and watch and see how the plants grow. One will die and one will live. And this is what's made me think about being a parent, being mindful of our words when we're talking to our children. I've gone past parents in the nursery and I'm hearing parents talk to their children in such a way that I want to turn around and say to them, do you really find it appropriate to talk to a child like that in front of us? Because it's not acceptable. But you can't tell a parent how to be a parent. You can only give them tips and guidance. And plus, I don't know these people. But I really have walked past some people and thought, oh my goodness, how is that child going to grow up and be a beautiful adult if the mum just keeps screaming all the time? And again, it's not the child's fault. Sometimes the child cannot articulate how they're feeling. So sometimes the child will scream and cry. If they're overtired, there's so many different signals that a child will give us. But as a parent, as an adult, we have to look after our own emotions first. Sometimes I've had arguments with my children, especially my teenage daughters. Oh my God, they're hard work sometimes. And I remember having an argument with one of my teenage daughters and I thought, you know what, I can't respond to you right now because if I respond to you the way my body's feeling, I'm going to blurt back some real horrible things to you that I don't actually mean. So I remember having an argument and I was like, you know what, I'm going to remove myself from the house. I'm going to walk out the door. I'm going to go to the park. I'm going to chill, take some time out and then come back. And I think it took me 24 hours to actually calm down, really think about why is this child reacting the way she is, really taking a stop and not just venting back how I'm feeling, but thinking about her, think about her emotions. And it actually helps. It really helps so much more than just responding in the heat of the moment. Remember, fire and fire is just going to make more fire, yeah? But fire and water actually just cools it down, get the steam, and then, yeah, fizzles out. So I want to encourage parents out there. We're going through summer holidays. I don't even know what week we're on. We week 3, we week 4, I think we're week 3. And we're going good, right? We're going good. Just want to encourage you to just continue speaking greatness into your children. It's always good to praise your child when they do good things. You know, my son's been reading and writing, and every day I'm telling him how he's amazing. You know, all my girls, they're doing all their different things in their own subjects, in their own fields of what they like. And it's nice to be praised. Even as adults, we like to be praised. When, you know, you've done something good and you hear your mentor say, well done, you feel encouraged. You think, I actually want to do more of that because I like how this feels. But if you ever had someone tell you, oh, you're no good and you're not right, and you would start to feel like, oh, do you know what, I just don't have the energy. I don't want to do anymore because no one's really going to big me up. Yeah, there's a funny saying, but maybe that saying I'll leave for another video. I was about to drop the saying into this video, but I was like, you know what, that's not for this video. We'll touch on that phrase next time. But yeah, I want to encourage everyone to give your children opportunities to express themselves in, you know, however they express it, whether it's visually, whether it's verbally. If they write things down, you know, like write a poem and you read it, or, you know, they might make something, whether it's making a train, making a car model, making cakes, you know, they've hand woven some fabric, whatever it is. Because, you know, remember, my background is artistic, very creative, so I'll always talk about things that are related to creativity. But yeah, it's really, I said at the beginning of these videos, as a parent or parents, we have a huge responsibility in making wholesome little people turn into amazing adults. And when you look at some of the adults around you and their behaviours, sometimes you can actually look and think, not judging you, but wonder what their childhood was like. I remember creating these videos on a summer holidays, absolutely joke. So I was going to do it in my car. I've been doing it in my car recently, and now they've got roadworks, and then I'm doing it in my living room, and I've got the kids every minute coming downstairs, they eating out the house like it's going out of fashion. Yeah, my point was, you can look at people sometimes with no judgment, but some of their behaviours you can think, maybe they're responding in this way because of how they were spoken to when they were children. Some children didn't actually have parents. Some were, like I said, were neglected, were abandoned. We've touched on that point of different styling of parenting. But a lot of the times, you know, as a parent, we have a duty, like I said, to make wholesome children become the best adults in the world. And a lot of the times it is having a good foundation. And I know my grandmothers, rest in peace to both of them, they would say, yes, the foundation is going to church. And that actually is. It is. The foundation is not just going to church. The foundation is reading the word. It's reading the Bible, believing, having a belief system. And you will notice whether you are a Christian, a Buddhist, a Muslim, there is an ethical principle in all of their in their books, sorry. They've all got similar principles in actually honouring one another and respecting one another. And that also then reflects in how you talk to people. Words actually have power. You know, unfortunately my son was coming down the stairs and I had to just firmly tell him, I haven't finished the video yet. And he's adamant, he wants something immediately. And I was just like, you know what? I'm not going to respond the way you think I'm going to respond. I just said, just go upstairs. I'll be 2 minutes. Just got 2 minutes left of the video to do it and then mummy's done. So it's Diary of a Black Mum, Marsha B. I'll be coming on different angles, different places. Yeah, I'll be just doing it anywhere and everywhere. Might be in the park, might be doing it from Carnival. Who knows where I'll be doing it from? But I'm hoping that these videos are informative, that it's a diary of me, so people can't go, oh my god, it's wrong what she's saying. It's not wrong what I'm saying, because it's my life that I'm actually sharing, so how can it be wrong? I'm just hoping that you'll find these videos useful, and share them. Like, comment, share them to your friends, new mums, new dads. And if you feel you want to get updated, click that subscribe button and click the notifications, and hopefully you'll get another video coming in real soon. But for now, thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. Take care, guys.